Hello folks, it's been a little while since the last update. I was taken out of circulation for a little while there. Had to go to Bakung, which is not really that far away. It seems to take a long time to get there anyway. Had to go there to do some paperwork at a couple of different government offices. And by the time I got to the second one, I think I let myself get a little bit dehydrated, and it was fiercely hot in that second office, no air conditioning, and I had a bit of a medical event. I went a bit lightheaded and had to be helped down the stairs by a couple of burly gentlemen, and on the way home to Bakung we stopped off at a medical centre where I was helped in by Santa and Mumu, the driver, and spent a while there, got some medicines, what have you, got checked out. May have found my new Indonesian doctor, I think. She seemed quite nice and seemed quite interested, to the extent that she and her receptionist had selfies with me. I don't think I'm a celebrity, but never mind. Yeah, so after a week, I was completely over that. Nothing much seemed to happen really in that week. But now we're on to other things. There's a project afoot, which is not one that I've initiated, but along with most of the projects currently here on funding. I've showed you previously out in the back, out the back where there's rice stored in an area that we'll be using for the off-grid electrical system. There's also a whole lot of rice stored in their back kitchen. And yeah, there's just a lot of space occupied by rice at the moment. And you have two options here. You can sell rice sort of fresh off the field and get a lower price for it, or you hang on to it a bit longer and dry it out a bit and get a better price for it. So, of course, option for the second, but we need more storage, and also rice in its natural state is not the white stuff that you might go and buy in a bag in like a supermarket. It needs to be polished, have the husk polished off to get to that state. So currently at the end of the street up here where it turns, instead of turning right you go out to the road, you veer off to the left a bit, and there's land there that we bought previously off one of the rallies. Just got some trees on it, which unfortunately some of those will have to be sacrificed, which pains me. But there's going to be a building created there, which well, they've been terming it a factory here, but it's really more of a warehouse. But that'll be for rice storage and a rice drying area at the front, and also going to get a rice polishing machine, because currently if the people here, if they grow the rice, harvest the rice, have it in a bag, if they want to make it edible, they have to take it off somewhere else to get it put through a rice polisher, which the charge is about 20% of the rice they took. So that seems something we can circumvent, or maybe even do it for other people. So our new building will have a rice polisher there. I looked at one online which seemed like a good one for us, because it, as well as doing polishing, it has the option of producing rice flour, which Survivor finds desirable. So we'll get one of those. It's like you're talking about $500 Australian. It's no big deal. But that for rice polishing has a capacity of about 180 kilograms per hour, which is not that much really. So there are bigger rice polishers which will have a higher throughput, and we'll probably end up getting one of those as well. So it's not a hugely expensive project, but it's certainly going to be very useful locally to the family, and it's underway. relatively started 2 days ago. They've got paperwork done because you have to get local government approval for creating something like this, and signatures from lots of local luminaries to make sure that it's all approved and nobody's going to be upset by it. So that's happened, and sand and rock and concrete blocks have been delivered. Yesterday they were working on moving those from the out near the road to the work site. I might as well go and show you that state of play. And before I do that, a reminder of what's in our back kitchen and on our back patio. So you can see there's quite a bit of rice on hand at the moment, and this is just our little bit. There's a lot more around. Let's go and have a look at the work site. There's more rice stacked up outside our guest room window. There's Japan down there. Back doing her very, there she is, doing her usual cleaning. And if we look around here, back of the house over here, there's another pile of rice under tarps. Not sure who's it, well, that belongs to other family members, not ours. So let's have a wander down the road. There's down the end down there where the vendor is, that's where people are working currently. So let's see where the workers, they're moving rock and sand. Let's go closer. Okay, here we are at the front. Much more material has been delivered since yesterday. That's a new pile of gravel here. Much more rock, so we've got a lot. Yep, there's the heroes of the day, working hard. Do a good job. Yep. Lots of concrete blocks. So let's go and see where they're working down here. And you can see that quite a bit of material has already been moved down here. So I'm not sure exactly which trees are going to have to go, but there's going to be an 8 by 12 metre building put in there. So yes, some of those trees will definitely have to go. Big healthy coconut trees. So the one in the corner here we said we're going to save because it's a good tree. Good coconut tree, and there's room sort of between it and over here to put a road through. So that's where it's at currently. I'll send another update later. Okay, time for an update. There with rice. Much of the sand and gravel has gone since yesterday. We've still got the concrete blocks there. Big pile of rocks from here is gone. Big pile of sand. Apart from our man here, he was working on the remnants of it. Yeah. He's got the last little bit to do. So as I was working on the steel work there's lots and lots of reinforcement steel, known as choran here. And these guys are crafting reinforcement bars. There's lots of gravel. And here's the supervisory crew, all watching to see how it's done. Lots and lots of rocks have been moved since yesterday, lots of sand, lots of gravel.
So it's going to be interesting to watch the progress. I'm told that trees are coming down later today, so we'll see at that stage. But yeah, lots of work to go yet. But lots of reinforcement steel, which is always encouraging. But yeah, so more update later. Hi. There's the boat off the bit coming boom. Behind Dadang. Let's go and see what they've been up to with the project. The tree guys didn't come yesterday because it was a bit of a rain day. Rained all day after I took my video in the morning, as it had the previous day. Big smile. Okay, so pretty much everything will have been removed out the front here except the concrete blocks, I'm predicting. So there's lots and lots of concrete blocks for the walls. Obviously they won't bother moving those out there until they've got a foundation to put them on. So they'll be here for a while yet. But they look like a good solid thing. It's not a high-speed road. Yeah, more rain coming, I think. So here we have the skilled artisan preparing the frames for making these reinforcement beams. So this will all be for making vertical poles and a rail along the bottom and a rail along the top of each wall. They make them pretty strong. So there's quite a bit of steel and quite a bit of work involved in preparing it. So that will keep them busy while they're waiting for people to come and take down the trees. Shame to see the trees go. Oh well. Do it for now. To see what all these different size beams are used for. And there's some big ones. I'm assuming that would be something like a door lintel for a big door. Be for the full length of one 12-metre wall, I'm guessing. And maybe one for the other wall. So lots of steel and lots of steel work. And at last we have some quiet. There's a whole lot of stuff in my shipping containers that would make this so much easier, but they're still a little way away apparently.
Yeah.
What's all the noise about? More palm fronds. So yeah, a lot of stuff gets reused, which is good. Be a shame to just have it all go to waste. And yes, you can see sometimes we get a convoy of children's chariots. Yeah, so work continues. It's interesting trying to divine from the number of reinforcement boxes what they're all for. Now, it looks to me, what would they be? Maybe 8 metres long or 12 metres long. I think they'd have to be 8 metres long. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4 there by the look of it. So I'm thinking we're talking about ring beams for bottoms and tops of walls, which seems to be the way of it around here. Makes for very strong construction. So let's go and see what stage we've got to with the clearing. Okay. Still lots of hard physical labour by the look of it. Room. Can I hold it steady? Not really. Okay. I did actually buy a small action camera when I was back in Australia. It was $33 on eBay. I thought, this is too good to be true. So I received the thing, and despite the abysmal instructions, I managed to get it to connect to my phone and all sorts of things. It was actually worked really well. I thought, beauty, this is an amazing value. But unfortunately, I tried to use it yesterday, and the record button no longer works. So it's somewhat useless. A camera that won't record is just a receptacle for flattening batteries. But yeah, so we have big empty space there now. It's good to see we've still got some trees around. But yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how this goes over the next few days. I might wrap this video up and go and assemble something you put on YouTube as just part one, because otherwise this is all going to get too long.
This is the little action camera I mentioned. It's power button on the front. So if I press that, you'll see it will power up okay. But there's a little red button at the top there, or a little red indicator, which indicates whether it's recording or not. When it's flashing, it's recording. And to get it to that stage, I press the OK button, and nothing happens. The OK button, then stopped working. So my $33 bargain camera, which I thought was too good to be true, turns out to be too good to be true, strangely enough. So one thing about this is it seems to be a fairly universal type. So there's a whole lot of fittings that came with this in terms of mounts, like helmet mounts and bicycle mounts and all that sort of stuff, which will still be useful for anything I buy as a replacement. also the micro SD obviously like a recycle, and the batteries in it too tend to be a fairly universal type. With luck, the next action camera I buy will use the same type of battery, which I have a few more of, and charge it. So it's not a complete loss. But yeah, so did my money, but $33 it was worth a try, because $33 is not that much. So there you go, action cameras. And it was 4K resolution too. Amazing. So hopefully the $200 one I got lined up to buy is going to do a better job. That's it for now.